Welcome to Generation Podcast. It's Luther Danger here in the Danger Dojo, joined virtually by Andy. And guess
Woohoo!
what? This time it's a planned quickie.
A
You know what the
plan,
difference between a planned quickie and just a quickie is?
the apology.
The apology. Yeah, that's right. You know what? Some of my favorite, probably the sexiest phrase, second sexiest phrase I've heard from my dear wife was, or is, because it's frequent. Hey, can you be quick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
can I be quick?
You bet I can.
You know
The
how
other one
easy
I
it is? Yeah, go ahead.
the
Sorry.
other one I heard once was you can leave your socks on if you want to. That
I
was
like
nice.
that one. You're
It
like,
felt
yeah,
so intimate and loving.
that's the only thing I'm covering up is my feet. They're going
Yeah.
raw, baby. Going raw, baby.
But no, I got we already talked about this a couple times. I like feet. It's not that I like them. It's like I'll suck your toes, but I don't need to suck your toes. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I don't dislike feet. I'm like,
like. I'll do it and I'll like it, but I don't need it. I
it
don't need
going
to do
down
it.
is going down. It don't
Oh
matter
yeah.
where.
That's my favorite pastime.
Toes,
Anyway,
them toes,
not the
them
toes, just
clitorises or
whatever you
know,
got.
whatever we got.
Whatever you got,
Uh,
I'm about it.
If it's below the waist, I'm sucking,
Hey,
licking,
all over. Whatever,
fucking.
whatever's needed, whatever gets the job
Yeah.
done.
You want me to wear a miner's helmet?
And by the
Whatever
way,
gets
it
the job.
doesn't. I don't get the job done, as I clarified
No,
before.
no,
Let me
but you
walk these
try.
statements
You
back.
try.
Oh, I try. I try, but I fail.
And you're like DHL, not the first call, not the second call, but they'll get a call and they'll show up eventually. Oh, so here is the thing. I was looking at Twitter or X, sorry, whatever, while I was waiting for you. And this shit is hilarious. This guy was saying like he oh my God. Yeah, one time he says one time I was at my buddy's house and I set his DVR to record everything with gay in the description and it wasn't easy to figure out what had happened. So like a year later I got this exasperated call because his wife legitimately was questioning him and he knew it was me. So it's just like, like that elaborate, there's something about ranking or making someone feel like insecure about something that doesn't make any sense. You're like, I'm not gay. Like, yeah, but your your VHS or like your DVR. It's just like, imagine all the things that were recorded because it's not that many things. Like, unless you're on the Logo network, right? Or like, or a porn. Like, so was it just those things, or like the Hallmark ones that were like, remember when they went all like not DEI, but like they became more inclusive Hallmark, and it's like
that
we'll get
turned
you.
CCB away, didn't it? Candace
Yeah,
Cameron Bure is like, nah,
nah,
nah.
I have leverage. I am the captain now.
I'm the
Um,
captain now.
so that is funny. I mean, it's not funny. It's like making fun of that they're gay. It's not making fun of gay. It's just making fun of the paradigm that exists of like that fear of being thought of as something and turning that against that person, right?
Right.
Um, but it would have been more funny if they made him think that they were gay together, I think. Because the wife would have been like, what's going on? This is, I don't know. One time my friend Rob from college, he came home with me for spring break
I
and
went
he
to college once. Let me tell another college story.
oh God.
Don't you have anything in the past 20 years that happened to
I
you?
had
It's
identified
been
it.
20 years.
Relates to this. This relates to
Fine, fine.
so
Go, but it's got to be a quickie. Can you be quick? Can you be
I can be
quick?
quick. I can
All
be
right.
quick. He said later when we were driving back to school, he's like, I almost did something. I was like, what? He's like, I was gonna say I forgot something in your house, and then I came and I was gonna say, you know, this was a dry run. We're gay together, and then not tell me. And I was like, what? They wouldn't have. Oh, they might have believed it. And I
Your
was
your parents, yeah, they would have believed it.
Yeah, yeah. So it was funny. I mean, I was like, what? What? Where did you even come up with that? I mean, the same place where he came up with using a pass on a first date, and then her dad was handicapped,
Oh.
and he went through with the date. I was like, turn that motherfucker around, go to McDonald's, man. What are you spending money? You're good money after bad ideas. What are you doing? Oh God, that guy was great. He told me he fingered somebody once and something quote unquote broke off. I was like, what? What? What are you talking? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't know
Easter
what that
something?
means.
Period? Chunks? What?
I don't know. It's getting graphic.
It's getting graphic. Speaking of graphic, so this was this another elaborate story. This is not from college.
Mhm.
We needed the C word comes out, you have to go something like that. You got to
Okay.
work on your
I need a
your
sound effect.
sound
Yeah,
effect.
you're right.
So this is the I fucked your father story. I don't.
Oh,
We have new listeners. This is a good one.
it's one of the all-time greatest, for
All
sure.
time greats. This is the best part is this is like the tail end of me drinking,
Mhm.
and shows a man that was nowhere near the nadir of his powers. Okay, I was at the zenith of my powers. It would have gone on exponentially, and so my friend Chris and I were out, and he and I were talking, with just talking to each other, and then there was this person nearby, and she was like hovering, and she clearly was attracted to my friend, and I just pretended later when we were leaving, I was making fun of him, like, she wanted you, man, she was gonna like blow dart you, and like, ah! And so like I pretend like tranquilize him and bring him home, and I was just like, I pretended to be chasing him with a tranquilizer dart, and he was like, ah, and he have pretends to fall over, and then I celebrated this gesture with a giant old eagle cry, and it was like fantastic. And then the guy that had been laughing at a diminutive man, perhaps a boy, that had been laughing at the celebration of the dart throwing or dart spitting, was offended, or not offended, but didn't take as lovely to the eagle. He's like, that's a gay eagle. I was like, oh well, yeah. I mean, yeah, I fucked your father. It's because I fucked your father. And he's like, huh? And, his face just like did this thing, like twitched, and he like couldn't process it. And I
Well,
knew
there
this.
was there was a bit more build-up, right? Where it's like, that's a gay eagle, you're gay, you two are a couple of
No,
F
no,
words.
no, no,
No?
no. I
No, there
just said
wasn't. Oh, you
there's
just
no.
jumped right into I
I
had
whole
sex with your
ass was
dad.
like, yeah, I had sex with. I mean, I
Yeah,
fucked
I'm
your
gay.
father.
I fucked your father.
And the best part, it wasn't like I was seen as the aggressor in it. Like I sucked his dick. Like I made a couple more details, and it was like he
Yeah.
fucking lost it. I mean, but it was like a little like a miniature diminutive person, like kind of child stomping and like like gearing up for it. So I was like, oh, I can go further. I will go further because I had a beautiful moment with my friend tranquilizing him, and he ruined it by what if I was a closeted person and I was struggling with it? And he's like,
Sure.
he's gay. And what could have bothered me, right? It
Hmm.
could have bothered me. Could have made me go in the closet deeper and whatever. And so I was like, immediate. It's not that I'm clever. It's the immediacy. The absolute immediacy. Yeah, I fucked your father. And it's like knew it would go to a place that he couldn't control in himself. He's
Yeah.
drunk. He's small. I'd like to add that again, that he was diminutive. He was a diminutive white. It was like 5'6" maybe, and it was
Sure.
like he doesn't register as a human being because he was drunk and diminutive. And
He was so
so he was
diminutive.
just, yeah, he's just so diminutive, and he's just like, "Ah!" like he knew he wanted to hit me, and I'm like, I'm gonna get hit. That's fine. I sized him up. I'm like, this guy
I'll
can't
take
harm.
this. I'll take this hit. I'll take one.
I'll take this hit just to get off a few more shots. And he had
Yeah.
a friend that was like starting to become concerned across the street. And, it looked massive compared to this guy. He was a fat guy, but he might have been 5'8". I don't know. He was massive. And this dude's like, it was like, "Ugh, ugh," his face. I could tell his face was getting upset. His Napoleonic nose
Yeah.
and face, snarling. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get hit, whatever. And he was like, I knew where the hit was gonna come from, so I just kept pressing. I was like, what would be good if you just walked into traffic. Just walk. If you just
Just
got
go ahead.
walk,
Just go ahead. Walk into traffic for us.
just walk in and get hit by a car. I was like, that car, that's fine. Ooh, he was like wanted to interject. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I was like in his face. Like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I was like, or what would be really good? See that, street sweeper that just smooth you over, and then the punch comes, but it's like, pew! And I was like, I slowly dodge it, and it was like grazed my temple. And then my friend took his shirt off, and the other guy's friend was like, "Uh-oh," and like, let me grab this diminutive man and drag him across the street like a Cabbage Patch doll, and then off into
Yeah,
the night.
that is the right. That is the right response. I think. Like,
Well, you know the other person, so you're like, his body is good. He's got a good
yeah,
body.
he's got a good tight body.
I
You
mean,
know,
I've seen his body in a picture recently, and it is tighter than ever.
it's still good.
Oh,
He's
he's
got
been
that.
working out.
He's got that black Republican tight body. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly,
You know
exactly.
the one.
You know the one. Yeah, you're out there. You're listening. You all seen black Republicans with their shirts off, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Let's go,
God. No,
let's go."
he is just popping the shirt off in the street. Like,
On a
yeah,
Thursday, 1:45 a.m.
I mean, it's like
Whoa.
if you're on the receiving end of that, you're like, this guy's ready to fucking go. Am I? Am I?
No, he's a
No, you're not. I don't think so. I think that's really you're ready
yeah,
to make some. You're ready to mouth off. You're ready to throw maybe one punch, or you're there for your friend who threw a punch. But now that it's a 2-on-2 thing, you're like, it's too much for me. I
yeah,
gotta drop back.
exactly. And it was like I got the impression that this wasn't his first time, but also it wasn't
No,
our.
I
It was
mean,
not our first.
a chippy guy who's 5'6" is probably trying to prove himself, right? I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. By saying your Eagles
And
game,
you're not a big guy,
no,
you know.
I'm a big mouthy guy, and I can.
You are, but you've always been so proficient. I mean, you're really a master at mouthing off, and you cross the line where you make someone angry, and then you just walk it back just enough. Where it's like their arm is cocked back, ready to swing, but then you do
Yep.
something, and they're like, "It ain't worth it."
I ingratiate myself in a way, or I drag myself down with them to make them think that they won, but they didn't, because I
Yeah,
brought them to this.
yeah. I mean, you've done it to me my as long as I can
Oh yeah,
remember, where I'm like, I'm gonna fucking hit you, and then I'm like, I don't want to fucking hit him,
I'm
and
like,
then
I'm gonna bash a
but I
windshield.
don't feel good. Yeah, but I
No,
feel terrible
I
about
feel
me.
fine
Yeah, it's
afterwards.
like I might as well just hit you.
Yeah, and
So much easier.
there's nothing to be gained from the violence, because the true violence is what I say and when I manipulate. That's the manipulative violence is the truth.
Sure.
Is my violence, my breed of violence. And yeah, I mean, I'm so used to like dealing with meatheads. Like the only one that ever conquered either my words or my laugh was the one that looked like Precious on the city bus. It's like
Oh, she beat your ass.
she beat my ass, and I was like,
There's
that
a
was
video
unexpected.
of what was it, 2010,
Yeah,
Andy, just
2010,
getting railed by a heavy
pummeled.
set woman on a bus because why you laughed at her? Because she was having a phone call?
Yeah, so no, it was the phone call came later, but she was like complaining that the bus hadn't moved yet. And it was probably the last or second to last bus. So it was just it has its course. The guy's not leaving early.
Sure,
And he's
sure.
like but everyone's like looks, and you could tell everyone's looking annoyed with her and no one's saying anything. And then that's not when I said something. It was when the bus driver was like, "Man, you ain't got nowhere to go." And then everyone just starts laughing, but I was like,
Yeah, I know that laugh. Yeah.
zeroed in on the cackle, like the source of the true violence, and it was like, okay, this guy is a target now. This guy is my problem.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
a
yeah,
guy.
then
This
she
is why I
slapped
write.
your
Yeah,
she slapped your phone out of your hand, and then you came into her personal space
because it
to
was a
reach
razor
across.
phone. She had two
Sure,
pieces.
it split in two, and you reached across her lap to grab it, and she put you in a headlock and just started wailing on you.
Yeah, she nailed me. But the thing is, like, she had what you say personal space. She had a lot of personal space.
Well, she had a lot of personal, yeah,
She had a big strike zone, is what we're saying.
yeah, but still, you made it was a calculated risk, and you calculated it wrong. You got
Correct.
lit. You got
Well, I
lit up
needed the
and you
phone.
couldn't
I
hit
went like,
back.
Mom, Dad, a
You
big
couldn't
birthday.
hit back either. You just had to fucking eat those punches.
Why would I hit back? I mean, even if she wasn't if it had been a man, I still wouldn't hit back.
Well, that's because you're a coward. Yeah.
No, no, they're
You're not
huge.
gonna punch a person hitting you? I'll say this, right? I'll say it loud and proud. If a woman on the bus punches me, I am knocking her out. So I don't care
No
about her
way.
size, or I would punch her in the face.
I don't
And I'll
think
tell
you
you what, I've done it. All right. I mean, it was back in middle school, but a girl hawked
no
a
in middle
loogie in my
school doesn't
face.
count.
Quick
That's a
backhand.
loogie.
Well,
That's
she
an
hit me
act of
too. She hit
disgusting
me, and then she
aggression.
spat on me, and things escalated. And I was like, I popped her, and then she, it was right near her bus stop too, like which is right out front of her house. We were like approaching it. I'm like, just a quick
You're like,
slap,
go home.
and she left, and then I was like, I feel bad. Did I cross my own moral boundary? Turns out, no, I didn't, and I stand by it. 20 years later, 30 years later, and so if I was in your situation and someone's going to put hands on you, that's where it's.
Hey, I'm a betting man. I'm if you were you're a couple years younger than me. You weren't sober then yet, were you? No, yes, you were. It was 2010. So I'm gonna say you would have had a shot because you would have been still processing some things, and I think that would have been processed through your violence, returned fire.
Well,
But
I mean,
they
I'll give
were
you what.
big, dude. They were thick. They were like we're talking like Equalizer shit, Latifah era Equalizer, but
Mm,
young and hungry,
mm,
literally hungry.
yeah, she had big hands. I mean, you get one shot. I'll give everybody one shot that you can get. I won't. I won't. I'll have that time to think. All
Yeah.
right, do I want to do anything? Because I'm not an aggressive person, not really.
No,
But second shot, now you can't just sit there and eat blows.
there
I mean,
was no
you ate
discernible
those blows
difference
though. It
between
was a
me
quick whap,
and
whap, 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 and then you were able to pull away.
first shot, ninth shot. I don't even know, but she like I feel like at one point she probably bashed my own hand into my own eye, and that's what the violence, the impact of the violence was her fist onto my protected, closed, like that
You
had
were,
more.
I mean, you were like open guard though. Like she was just like,
Yeah,
she's just strikes.
Mike Tyson
You
put
still
a
have the video? I want the
yeah,
video. I want to see it
still have it
again.
somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but it's on a file somewhere.
Good. It's
If you
perfect.
want it, you can email us at degeneratnation@gmail.com.
Yeah, it'd be
The
great.
best part was like the lead up to it was just hysterical. And then like I at first try I fucking failed to get the phone. And so I went back because the second time was more braced. I was like, all right, whatever. The second time he's going, yeah, hit me, bitch. And it was like, you know, but I think I definitely called her a cunny, and I said get this cunt off the bus, but it was only after she hit me multiple times, and then this one guy was like, man, there's too much damn tension on this bus, man. I was like, this guy's like seen some things, and he's like been riding the bus for 45 years, and it's like this is the worst it's gotten. Too
You,
much tension. He knows where it's going next. You
yeah.
know, there's too
See,
much people back there, man.
there's a long storied history with the bus. So if you're riding the bus now, listening to the podcast, things could be
Yeah,
worse. Things could be
things have
better.
improved. Things have improved on the bus if you're listening.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you're listening in LA on a bus. You probably don't have a phone, so
No, well, if
it doesn't work.
they'd be listening to it with the speaker blaring, right? Isn't
Oh,
that the move on the
probably.
bus?
Yeah, that's the mood. That's the vibe on the bus. And it was just like, then this white boy, this and that. I was like, uh-oh, I'm the white boy.
I'm tired of hearing the vibe, that word. I mean, I'm not telling you to stop. I'm expressing myself.
Their vibes are bad or whatever.
Just hearing the phrase the vibe or the
Or
vibes. Or,
I feel like you're probably also hearing it from non-Gen Z people too, which makes it worse. You know what I mean?
I don't think I see many Gen Z people.
Exactly. I don't regard them. We don't even have any in our family, dude.
Well, I know
Not
a
a
couple
single one.
people. I know a
No,
couple
we have one in
youths,
our family.
but now it's like friends' kids are Gen Z. Like I don't have any Gen Z
No, that's
people.
alpha. Your kids are
No,
alpha.
no, my kids are. I know other kids. I know other people, young
They had
adults.
kids. Yeah, hey, kids
I know
really
like
young.
I know a couple like 22-year-olds. Like
There you go.
3 of them. I got
Well,
that
that's
going.
not it. You're safe though because you've established on our previous episode, last episode, that that's disgust to you.
It's
It's
not
just
dis. It's not
it just
disgust.
it utterly disgusts you. You're like you look at like Sabrina Carpenter, like yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. I honestly, it's like you could be my child, and I don't want that. And you
What
don't
about
know anything
Rodrigo?
about the world. Who?
Olivia Rodrigo?
I don't know who
You
that
had
is.
to pick. You have to pick one. You have to pick one. We're talking them twos. Um, Billy. I'm thinking you'd be a Billie Eilish gal kind of guy.
I don't know. Are we doing this? All right. Who? I got to look up pictures because I don't know who they are.
Not
I
Ariana
know who
Grande. She's
Billy.
older,
I
but
know who Billie Eilish is, but
well,
who are the
you
other
were
two?
going on thickness if age isn't available, right?
Sabrina Carter. No, she's like maybe she's 100 pounds. I don't. All right. Who's the other one?
Olivia Rodrigo.
Olivia.
She cute.
Nah. No,
Really?
man, it doesn't meet my threshold. Let's see, Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish gonna meet your threshold.
I'm not gonna Google Billie Eilish weight because that just seems
Ah!
odd. But no, like I said, man, I don't want.
She would meet your threshold. I don't know about height, but like I
I
don't know how
just.
tall she is.
There's just nothing. What's a skinny girl gonna do? Nothing.
She ain't that skinny, man.
Nothing.
She was hiding something under them
All
Jenkos.
right. Come on. We're like
What you
they're
got in them Jenkos? What you got in them Jenkos?
Jinkos. I love Jinkos, man. I love.
No, no.
They were great.
Airwalks and Jenkos, man.
Oh
You
God.
got in them,
You get those Jinkos wet, and you're just lugging around 17 pounds of wet denim, man.
Yeah, but wet denim just dragging you down. The lifeguard has to pull you out
Mm, mm. Yeah, I don't know.
of the puddle.
What was your pick of these women?
Should I rank them?
No, let's not rank women. Is this what we want?
No, I
I
wanted
just
to set you up to get angry about it. Hey, see what we do? That's what we do.
all right. You do needle me. I don't know.
I needed
It's
you.
not.
Oh,
It's not that
I'm
I need this
Rodrigo.
to be your Rodrigo. Okay. I mean, yeah, I like a
I think they're
little.
all delightful, though. Honestly, this
Sure.
generation of pop stars. I mean, Bill Eilish is no, I wouldn't. Delightful is probably not the right. Where it's kind of whispery, dark, like
I've heard that
lyricism.
I've heard her actually sing, and I'm like, oh, she can sing. She just chooses to do whatever this is,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is fine.
Rodrigo is the best. Like, I think has the best, most
I don't
talent.
know. I don't know any of these
They're good.
songs.
She's got some good songs, man. I'm just saying. I'm just
Sure,
saying. You
sure,
know,
okay. I'll
it's
take your
something
word for
like
it.
there was like Taylor Swift was on her own like
There are
kind
no
of
Selena
tier.
Gomez. That's my pick. Selena Gomez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
way better than Ariana Grande. That doesn't
She's
sound.
small though.
Selena
Selena
Gomez.
Gomez. Yeah.
I'm
You
just saying, if
probably
we're picking from
is she
young
old enough?
pop
Is she old
star,
enough, and that's why she's not?
uh,
You can Google age. You can Google a woman's age. It's fine. It's fine.
she's 32. Yeah, she's 32. She's 5'5".
I thought you were talking about 35 to 45. That's in the
I mean,
zone.
well,
Don't let me get in my zone. Don't
that's
let me
one
get
of my zones. All right, I'm just
that's one
saying,
of my
30. You're at least over 30. You're millennial and
that's
not a Gen Z.
erogenous zone.
If I
Millennial
had
is
to
like
pick, if
28 to
you're
like
listing off
40.
these women, I'm just saying I'll take Selena Gomez.
All right, now we're doing men.
Sure, I
I'm
like that
very
better.
clear on where we go. I think you're a Harry Styles guy. I think
Oh God, yeah.
you
Oh
like
God.
the
I
Dan
kept
and
on getting like YouTube shorts before I like realized that that's rotting my brain and stopped looking at them.
yeah,
I just kept on getting them in my feed and I'm going, God, I just like him so much. He
yeah.
makes me feel something and I'm not ashamed. I feel neither shame nor pride. It just is a
Is it
feeling.
lust?
No, it's like
And it's
this.
not envy. It's not envy.
No, like I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. It's not jealousy.
Mm-mm.
Uh,
I'm certainly
he's
not
just
jealous of Olivia Wilde. She's ugh.
yeah. I don't know. I just dig him. I just dig him, and he's just like it's kind of like he's Prince. I mean, not as talented as Prince, but like
No, nowhere near as talented as
just in
Prince.
terms of like the similar. I'm going to use the word here. Similar vibe.
Yes.
You know. Anyway,
A similar vibe as Prince? What? Nobody had
things
a
right.
similar vibe as
They
Prince.
both wear blouses. All right, and men and
David
women
Bowie
adore
wore
them.
blouses.
Huh?
Bowie wore blouses. Prince is the only one that Bowie's the only one that has a vibe of Prince, and he didn't play as many instruments as Prince.
Yeah,
It wasn't
sure.
as good of a was Prince a good actor? I didn't really see. I only saw
You didn't
part
see
of it.
Purple Rain?
I've only seen part of
I
it.
watched Purple Rain like within the last 6 months, and
If it
it's
was on
solid.
VH1, I probably stopped and masturbated at some point before
Okay.
or during the commercials. That was my
Good.
thing.
You know, I just earlier I made a masturbation joke with a friend of mine. I think he's
Ooh.
70, and
Okay. What do they call it? What do the boomers call masturbating?
well, we were leaving Dunkin' Donuts, and he saw something on the ground. He picked it up, and it was Weed Whacker, the wire, like the trimmed wire. Anyway,
What the
he
fuck?
like, why is this laying out? People dropping there. It's for a whacker, a weed whacker. That's why I don't do. I pay people to do my whacking now. I'm like, oh, I take pride in my whacking. I'm a great whacker. I've been whacking for a long time. And he's like, I bet you have. He's like, I got a double master's in whacking. I'm like, I believe that. You are a master whacker.
That's
And this was
hilarious.
this was shouted as we were both walking away to our vehicles.
That's amazing. And then you're
Yeah,
like, I fucked your father.
I fucked your father. He's dead now, but I fucked him.
My dad was in the Civil War. Um, that why did I feel like only boomers and children pick up things off the ground?
I was surprised. It also I saw it. I'm like, I'm not gonna pick it up. I'll pick
They're
up.
like, we have to be reminded it's dirty. Like, it's not yours. Also, haven't you had enough boomers? Haven't you
Well,
had
he
enough?
when he went to bend, it was like,
I know. What are you doing? You're
and I'm
gonna
like, buddy,
break your hip.
you had a heart
You're
attack.
gonna get
Like
trash.
you need to take it easy. Yeah. He's
It's
got a Hawaiian
ridiculous.
shirt for me though. He keeps on forgetting to give me, and he wants me and him to have matching ones. So I need to
Oh,
like,
he's doing that thing. He's dangling the Hawaiian shirt and surrogate son thing. You just like the workplace. Oh yeah, one of these days you're gonna be running this place. And
kind
boomers
of.
never quit their job.
I love the guy. He's
They're
great.
never retiring because they are the first generation to discover that life, in fact, is entirely empty once you stop having a purpose.
Yeah, sure. I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't know.
isn't it though? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause my purpose is creating things.
I don't know. I don't
You
know what my
know,
purpose
it's
is.
not anyone else's purpose for me to create things, but it's my purpose to create things. Well, you have more. You bought yourself way more time to quote unquote figure it out because you have a family.
Sure.
You can always be like,
I don't think everyone
I
has a
know.
purpose.
No, they don't. Definitely not. But like, you can easily mask that with like a passion or like your family or like, oh yeah, my family is my purpose, and it's like, okay, cool. It's not my purpose. It's like your family is a lot of my purpose, but like other people's family is not my purpose. You
Sure.
know? So there's no such thing as universal purpose, right?
I don't know. You're starting to go deep without any real substance.
Yeah. Wait, is that a thing?
That's what
Depth
you do.
without substance?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting. How
Hmm.
does that make you feel? Why don't you ask ChatGPT?
Hey, man, I tell you things in secret and you share them and then
You
you tease
totally
me.
say it on the
I say
pod,
it all the time, but I
which
don't
is
want to.
which is kind of a
You're
secret
supposed to
unless
be
you're
proud
like
of me, all right?
unless I am very proud of you. Unless you're like a new listener in Indonesia who thought this is a New Testament show, which it clearly is. Um,
Number 5, New Testament
we
podcast in
plummeted.
Jakarta.
We plummeted to number 5 for number
Oh,
4.
oh, never mind. We're
Yeah.
number 3. I'm just checking. Beep 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 beep. This just in. Number 3, New Testament podcast.
Oh, we have a special announcement.
Oh, good.
Episode 420, at least half of um the hosts are going to be high or try to get high on edibles.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
And
and
I
it's
think
going to
you
be
guys
live in
need
the
to
show.
take more than you've ever taken.
That
I
would
don't
be
want just a
insane
little five
motivation.
milligram thing.
No,
No,
I
like
took 5 milligrams and I was fucking done.
good.
Like
I'm saying you need 25.
some of them Chicago edibles,
You
man.
need 25 and you just need to be faded into the couch
Yeah,
and I will be
I'm
shepherding this thing
I'm the
forward.
captain now. You gonna
I'm the
be our
captain now.
spirit guide? Is May Rachel gonna do it?
I haven't told her, but yeah, she's going to. I keep on trying to get her on so that we can talk about holiday movies. She's
Oh
gonna
yeah.
watch Hot Frosty with her friends, and
Wait, what
because
the
they
fuck is Hot Frosty?
have I not told you about Hot Frosty? Ah, all
Oh,
right, we
it's a
got what, one
snowman
minute?
becomes a man.
Yeah, he's like jacked, but like he's really smooth. I
He
don't know.
was hot the whole time. Yeah, those
He's
guys like wax their bodies, dude.
I mean, you gotta wax your
Do
body.
they use
He's got
sandpaper on
good
their
nips.
holes? All their
I don't
holes are
know. I
like
think they're all just smooth.
they're
I don't know.
smooth, man.
I haven't watched to see how big his stick and coal lumps are.
I want to see
Or
it.
carrot and coal lumps. That's a yeah. How
Is
big
there a
his
carrot
carrot is.
joke? Is it on Hallmark or is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. There's probably a carrot joke.
Sabrina
Otherwise,
Carpenter is gonna have a holiday special on there. Go back to back and just be like, oh, I heard she's delightful, and it's like you're sitting there watching like this,
all right,
and it,
I don't know. I'm gonna have to listen or watch.
I
She
don't know.
sings. What does she
She
do?
sings, she's fine. The espresso song. You don't know that one?
No.
It is ubiquitous. You are officially old.
I know. There's like Abe Simpson had that line on The Simpsons. Like, yeah, I used to be with it, and then what was with it changed, and now what's with it is scary, and I'm not interested in it.
Yeah.
And that's
Well, no,
how I feel.
I think you're just like you're like I think you're just almost there where you're like you can say that you're old, but maybe it's like kids are young enough that they don't listen to her and they might listen to like more like Taylor Swift that's like for every woman from 4 to like
Yeah,
44. Let's be clear, not past 44. Um,
I think it
but
goes beyond that. I think you get up to
does it
60,
go beyond that?
55.
Because
Yeah, yeah,
do
it does.
women and do boomer women still lament ex-boyfriends?
I think that the feelings she expresses are universal to man, woman, child.
You know why that is? It's because we don't have purpose.
Mm.
If we had purpose, we'd be listening to someone with like that little either greater actual depth or more implied depth.
Yeah, but sometimes when things are so deep, I have to look up the lyrics or then use ChatGPT to analyze the lyrics so they can tell me like, but yeah, but what does that mean? It's
Drugs. It's usually drugs, but if it's like
no,
a
it's like a
female pop
feeling of
star, it's like
loss or a feeling of something, and it's like, yeah, all right, I
but
get it, but like, why those
but
words?
it's just so
I don't know.
repetitive. It's not like she's not really talented. It's just
Oh, I'm
like
not
there's a
talking about. I don't use ChatGPT to analyze Taylor Swift's lyrics. Those are pretty straightforward.
using like resorting to there's her title right there. Resorting to Chat GPT to analyze Taylor Swift lyrics.
I
Remember
mean,
that. We might get some
listen,
clicks.
it's a secret robot helper. All right, I can use to feel smart and big and
Yeah.
strong. Okay,
You're like, hey, let's
I
use it
need
with
it. I
this.
need
It's like,
this.
no. If you're gonna make a fake email, which we will, which we have to, we are going to not use Chat GPT. You
Yeah,
can use it to spell something, but I
sure.
know you don't spell poorly. I know you.
I can spell.
I know you can spell.
I just can't read or write. That's all.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
well. Not well. Not like
No, well, better than
not
Will.
enough to retain information.
A little worse than Patrick and better than Will.
I can read on Adderall though. I can read books.
Reading on Adderall is awesome. Do you
I
read like article blurbs on Adderall?
I just I'll read. I can read. I can sit and read a book without like what would happen in the past. I'd read and I could read a chapter. I could read a couple pages or even to be a paragraph, and then I'd be looking at it and
Yeah,
be like, I didn't. I'm not actually reading. I went through
I
all the
don't like this.
words, but I'm thinking about something else.
I
And
have
like,
to read on my own time and reconnaissance. Like I didn't like it in school. I remember I was like, why are we reading this book? We should read something else. This is
in
stupid. I'm gonna
college, back when you went to
no, no,
college,
no, 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 no,
I
no, no,
remember
not
reading
that.
in
Not that.
college lots
I
of
didn't have
books
to
in
read in
college.
college. I studied communications.
Oh, that's you're doing great with that, by the way. You're
Oh,
working
thank
in
you.
communications. You're making money on the
Exactly.
podcast.
I'm making money on the podcast. I yell at children.
Yeah, but you're killing it. You're
Yeah,
killing it.
killing it
The
softly.
most profitable New Testament podcast
Yeah.
in Jakarta.
And the money goes to secular interest because we are church separation of church and state.
Yeah,
We
so sick.
believe in that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna wind you down. We know we love to have thrilling conclusions that just well by
Mm.
thrilling I mean dark and just like
Mm.
awful.
Death
We'll
comes to
get there.
collect all of us. All
Daddy,
right, no
death is coming to
escaping.
collect. You can't escape death no matter what's left. Mufasa. Hey, how many different? Okay, we're gonna plan a bit for later.
Mhm.
This we can't do
Mhm.
this now. But we got to talk about other like spin-off like Disney ways that Disney can keep milking the cow as long as they don't keep fucking it up with like putting Rachel Zegler out there.
Who's Rachel Zegler?
Then the new Snow White that just trashes Disney in like half
Did
the
that
country.
movie come out yet? Snow White?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Hmm, it's too bad.
Nah. They should have just made like Snow White sequel and had what's her face in it, Wonder Woman in it. She's playing the witch. I'm rooting for that fucking witch,
Oh,
man.
Gal Gadot. I like Gal Gadot.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a honey punny.
What is that?
I don't know what a honey punny is. What
Oh,
the
this is a
fuck
new
is a
word.
what? I just made up a honey punny.
That's not bad. I mean, it feels sexual in nature,
It's
right?
sexual. It's
Oh,
very
it's
sexual.
oh, it's sexual. It's raw
Oh, it's
sexual.
sexual. Yeah,
It's
it's
all sex.
very
It's all
sexual.
sex.
Everything is sex. Except 9/11.